All stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Anushka Agraha Murugaga.
May it please the court, I move that Anushka Agraha Muruga be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Anushka Agraha Mahuga be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Claudia Helen Munro Anson.
May it please the court, I move that Claudia Helen Munro Anson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Claudia Helen Munro Anson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sheng Yi Sai.
May it please the court, I move that Sheng Yi Tai be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sheng Yi Sai be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Luisa Camargo Santos.
May it please the court, I move that Luisa Camargo Santos be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Luisa Camargo Santos be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sarah Nicole Campo.
May it please this court, I move that my daughter, Sarah Nicole Campo, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sarah Nicole Campo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Brian Chung.
May it please the court, I move that Brian Chung be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Brian Chung be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Georgia Ann Chinchilla.
May it please the court, I move that Georgia Ann Chinchilla be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Georgia Ann Chinchilla be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Long C. Alison Chow.
May it please the court, I move that Long C. Alison Chow be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Long C. Alison Chow be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Mitchell Timothy Chu.
May it please the court, I move that Mitchell Timothy Chu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mitchell Timothy Chu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Louise Therese Clark.
May it please the court, I move that Louise Therese Clark be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Louise Therese Clark be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jordan Cook.
May it please the court, I move
that Jordan Cook be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jordan Cook be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Felicity Ruth Dryden.
May it please the court, I move that Felicity Ruth Dryden be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Felicity Ruth Dryden be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Michael Donald Donegal.
May it please the court, I move that Michael Donald Dooliger be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Michael Donald Dooligal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Marianne Ferres.
May it please the court, I move that Marianne Ferris be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Marianne Ferris be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Cheryl Ann Fender.
May it please the court, I move that Cheryl Ann Fender be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Cheryl Ann Fender be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Erin Patricia Fuller.
May it please the court, I move that Erin Patricia Fuller be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Erin Patricia Fuller be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Madison Georgia Trainer Gardner.
May it please the court, I move that Madison Georgia Trainer Gardner be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Madison Georgia Trainer Gardner be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kirk Daniel Gary.
May it please the court, I move that Kirk Daniel Geary be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kirk Daniel Geary be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christopher Eric Genders.
May it please the court, I move that my dad, Christopher Eric Genders, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christopher Eric Genders be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ming Xia Go.
May it please the court, I move that Ming Xia Gua be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ming Xia Gua be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zhou Yu Han.
May it please the court, I move that Zhou Yuhan be admitted as the lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zhou Yu Han be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Stephanie Taylor Jordan.
May it please the court, I move that my niece Stephanie Taylor Jordan be admitted as solicitor, lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Stephanie Taylor Jordan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Xanthi Samar Jordan.
May it please the court, I move that Xanthi Samar Jordan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Xanthi Samar Jordan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Karanpreet Kaur.
May it please the court, I move that Karanpreet Kaur be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Karanpreet Kaur be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Trishna Kunwar Sabiti.
May it please the court, I move that Trishna Kunwar Sabiti be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Trishna Kunwar Sabiti be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Joshua Alexander Labrie.
May it please the court, I move that Joshua Alexander Labrie be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Joshua Alexander Labrie be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Matthew Allen Lakeman.
May it please this court, I move that my son, Matthew Allen Lakeman, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Matthew Allen Lakeman be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sophie Gloria Lamin.
May it please the court, I move that Sophie Gloria Lamin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sophie Gloria Lamin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Xinyi Lu.
May it please the court, I move that Xinyi Lu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Xinyi Liu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Matthew Lai.
May it please the court, I move that Matthew Lai be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Matthew Lai be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nicholas Mark Maitland.
May it please the court, I move that Nicholas Mark Maitland be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nicholas Mark Maitland be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Manmohan Makar.
May it please the court, I move that Man Mohan Makar be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Man Mahan Makar be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shukran Bengisu Mersinli.
May it please the court, I move that Shukran Bengisu Mersinli be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sukran Bengisu Mersini be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Madison Lee Minahan.
May it please the court, I move that Madison Lee Minahan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Madison Lee Minahan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Spepelo Wenzakwaki Nguni.
May it please the court, I move that Patello Wenzawake Nguni be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Fisfilo Wenzakake Minkuni be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Grace Elizabeth Morahan.
May it please the court, I move that Grace Elizabeth Morahan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Grace Elizabeth Morahan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Elliot Hunter Nash.
May it please the court, I move that Elliot Hunter Nash be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Elliot Hunter Nash be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ting Nj.
May it please the court, I move that Ting Minjay be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ting Niji be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yingda Pan.
May it please the court, I move that Yinga Pan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yingda Pan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Mia Parks Talbot.
May it please the court, I move that my sister Mia Parks Talbot be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mia Parks Talbot be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Muhammad Riyad Qasim.
May it please the court, I move that my brother Muhammad Riyad Qasim be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Muhammad Riyad Qasim be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Aryan Razdan.
May it please the court, I move that Aryan Razdan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Aryan Razdan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shui Shirley Ryan.
May it please the court, I move that Shui Shirley Ran be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shui Shirley Ruan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sophia Russo.
May it please the court,
move that Sophia Russo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Sophia Russo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lauren Menka Sarkis.
May it please the court, I move that Lauren Menkasakis be admitted as an honourable lawyer of this court.
That Lauren Menkasakis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emily Kim Scott.
May it please the court, I move that my wife, Emily Kim Scott, may be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emily Kim Scott be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alira Cardi Sheetha.
May it please the court, I move that Alira Katie Sheetha be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alira Katie Sheetha be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Raman Preet Singh.
May it please the court, I move that Raman Preet Singh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Raman Preet Singh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ria Stafidis.
May it please the court, I move that Ria Stafidis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ria Stafidis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
James Lewis Swift.
May it please the court, I move that James Lewis Swift be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let James Louis Swift be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Michael Christopher Tatham.
May it please the court, I move that Michael Christopher Tatham be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Michael Christopher Tatham be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alec Harrison Towers Futrell.
May it please the court, I move that Alec Harrison Towers Futrell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alec Harrison Towers Futrell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nicola Tu.
May it please the court, I move that Nicola Tu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nicola Tu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kirsten Grace van der Heide Schroeder.
May it please the court, I move that Kirsten Grace van der Heide Schroeder be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Kirsten Grace van der Heide Schroeder be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Victoria Louise Weber.
May it please the court, I move that Victoria Louise Weber be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Victoria Louise Weber be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Melinda Ann Woods.
May it please the court, I move that Melinda Ann Woods be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Melinda Ann Woods be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jingjin Zhao.
May it please the court, I move that Jingjing Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jingjing Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Huria Yusufi.
May it please the court, I move that Horia Yusufi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable
Let
court.
Horia Yusufi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Milken Yuan.
May it please the court, I move that Milken Huan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Milkan Xuan be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admission has just been moved to, when and as directed, stand for the purposes of swearing an oath or making an affirmation and declaration. So please stand as directed by the officiating officer.
Could the first two rows on my right please stand? Anushka Agraha Muruga. Claudia Helen Munro Anson. Shengyi Shai. Louisa Camargo Santos. Sarah Nicole Campo. Brian Chung. Georgia Ann Chinchilla. Longsea Alison Chow. Mitchell Timothy Chu. Louise Therese Clark. Jordan Cook. Felicity Ruth Dryden. Michael Donald Dulligor. Marianne Fares. Cheryl Ann Fender. Erin Patricia Fuller. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I do.
Thank you. Sit down, please. And could the third and fourth rows on my right please stand? Madison Georgia Trainer Gardner. Kirk Daniel Geary. Christopher Eric Denders. Ming Xia Go. Zhao Yu Han. Stephanie Taylor Jordan. Xanthi Samar Jordan. Karanpreet Kaur, Trishna Kunwa Subedi, Joshua Alexander Labrie, Matthew Allen Lakeman, Sophie Gloria Lemon, Xinyi Liu, Matthew Lai, Nicholas Mark Maitland, Man Mahan Makar, Shukran Bengisu Musinli, Madison Lee Monahan, Spapelen Wenzokwaki Nguni, and Grace Elizabeth Morahan. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down. Could the row of admittees in front of me please stand? Elliot Hunter Nash, Ting Nji, Yingda Pan, Mia Parks Talbot, Muhammad Riyad Qasim, Arian Razdan, Shirley Ruan, Sophia Russo, Lauren Menka Sarkis, Emily Kim Scott, and Alira Katie Shiva. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could the two rows to my left please stand? Raman Preet Singh, Ria Stafidis, James Lewis Swift, Michael Christopher Tatham, Alec Harrison Towers Struthel, Nicola Tu, Kristen Grace Vander Heide Schroeder, Victoria Louise Weber, Melinda Ann Woods, Jingyen Zhao, Ruria Yosufi, and Milken Yuen. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
So help me God.
Thank you. Please sit down.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to this, the Banco Court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench this morning to my immediate right is Justice Stern, a member of the Court of Appeal, the New South Wales Court of Appeal. To my left, Justice Walton, who is a judge of the Common Law Division of the Court, and to Justice Stern's right, Justice Pike, who is a member of the Equity Division of the Court. Together, we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you to practice this morning. And we have done so sitting on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years. And the court pays its sincere respects to elders past and present, and extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Well, to all of the newly admitted lawyers in the court, welcome to the legal profession. Today is one for great celebration. We up here know how hard you've all worked to reach this important milestone. I'm also pleased to welcome those with you today or watching on the live stream. For many of you, the support of your family and friends will have been invaluable on the journey thus far. For many of them, the endurance of your finely polished or developing skills of argument and persuasion may be at an end, or it may not be. But whatever the case, I'm sure they're all immensely proud of you, and I encourage you to take time to thank them today. Depending on how good an advocate you are, you might even convince them to shout you a long civilised lunch or dinner to celebrate the occasion. Now, in being admitted as a lawyer of this court, you join an honourable and ancient profession with the custom of advocates swearing an oath on admission to practice in fact dating back to the 12th century. And this court first admitted lawyers in 1824. This May, the court to which you have just been admitted celebrates its 200th anniversary. It is, you might be surprised to learn, one of the oldest continuing common law courts in the world. That is something of which we, and I hope now you, are immensely proud. In celebrating the court's bicentenary, we also celebrate 200 years of the rule of law in New South Wales, about which I will say something shortly. This ceremony is attended by unique but important formalities, including the fact that your admission has been moved by someone who is already a member of the legal profession, and that you have each made a formal oath or affirmation in the presence of your family and peers and before senior judges of the court. They and we are all therefore witnesses to the serious promises and undertakings you have now publicly made. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have just made is a serious one and deserves solemn regard. Whether you go on to work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, a Crown Law Office, the Aboriginal Legal Service for legal aid, or a government department or agency, or indeed in an entirely different field, you should always be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice, and you must strive at all times to uphold these cardinal values. Now, you will see from some of the portraits of former Chief Justices on the walls of this court that we up here on the bench are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. Now, you may be wondering why, after 200 years, we still wear these robes on ceremonial occasions. I can tell you we don't wear them because they are particularly comfortable, which they're not. But we do so because symbolically they serve to highlight the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales, although importantly the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. Some 45% of all judicial officers in New South Wales are now female. That is a radical change from the time when I commenced practice, which I like to think was not that long ago. It has been an extremely salutary change. As to continuity of the rule of law, in a world in which there is so much global uncertainty and insecurity, the rule of law is more important than ever, and not simply an academic construct or a phrase of some mere theoretical import. At its simplest, the rule of law is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. As we survey the globe, there is nothing theoretical about those threats and realities. In a speech delivered in 2018, Lord Hodge of the United Kingdom Supreme Court aptly described the rule of law as, and I quote, a bastion against those who would use chaos as a ladder, unquote. Now, notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, the life of the law is dynamic. Not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. The pandemic prompted a radical shift in the use of technology in our courtrooms, and the advent of artificial intelligence brings with it both opportunities and challenges which the legal profession and the courts are and will continue to engage. While the increased use of technology offers a number of well-known advantages, it is my firm view that the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other. An individual in need of your services as a lawyer will, in many cases, be an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, personal well-being, or health or financial position. There is therefore a need to deliver legal services not only competently, but always with courtesy, integrity, and sensitivity to the circumstances of the matter. That requires a human being with emotional and not artificial intelligence. The need for human engagement by lawyers with those needing legal assistance is also a powerful reason why there should be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our cosmopolitan community. That very much includes Indigenous lawyers. Diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates, and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community. The admissions ceremonies on which I have sat since becoming a judge almost 5 years ago, including this ceremony, highlight that there is now a far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when I commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and leaders of the profession and of the courts are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity. That in turn builds trust in and respect for both the judiciary and the legal profession, and ultimately, I think, the rule of law. Now, let me offer a little bit of professional and personal advice. As a lawyer, you will often need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools you have developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and to the administration of justice. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious. We all make mistakes from time to time. When you do make mistakes, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake which I always advise young lawyers not to make is to give your clients the advice you think they want to hear. I can tell you that almost certainly that will not be good advice, and they will not welcome it in the long run when the true picture emerges. You must be independent and courageous in advising your clients. Being a lawyer means that you're an advisor, a problem solver, sometimes a mediator, and sometimes an advocate. As you go about your day-to-day work, remember that you're not merely dealing with the law in a vacuum, but the law as it applies to people's lives. That human engagement extends to your interactions with your colleagues, including those with whom you negotiate or against whom you litigate. Aspects of the law, especially if you're involved in the litigation side of practice, are confrontational. The practice of the law is stressful and demanding enough, though, without any personal animus and antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as regrettably sometimes occurs. It is essential, therefore, that you maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour, remembering at all times that you are now members of a profession which is not and is different from a business. Another thing you should remember is that the best advocates can and do make their point simply and succinctly. Often, less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't wholly exclude myself from that observation. For a non-lawyer, the law is often incomprehensible or difficult to understand. One of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others, so strive to be clear and concise at all times in both your writing and your speaking. To do so facilitates access to justice. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both extremely important, something which we are far more conscious of these days than in previous decades. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. Now, that's often because well-motivated lawyers will want to go the extra mile for their clients, will want to make sure that research is thorough, that the brief is fully prepared, or the advice is comprehensive, and all of that is admirable, but it is, as I say, or can be, physically and mentally taxing. So you must work hard to keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do so as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it all, as frankly we all have, and I dare say still do from time to time, try and take a step back and recapture some perspective. Also remember that the law is a highly collegiate profession. And in this context, I'm now going to call on two young representatives, one from the New South Wales Bar Association, one from the Law Society, to offer a few words of welcome. Ms. Bromberger, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Vale Bromberger, and I have been practicing for 6 months predominantly in the area of family law. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops, adapting to new practices and technology, and importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case, a barrister, and I am proud to be a member of the legal profession. I enjoy the intellectual challenge of my job, that it allows me to give expert advice and represent people in court, and contribute to society in a meaningful way. If you are interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or look at its website. Each year, there is a Career at the Bar open day. In your first year of practice as a reader, you receive particular assistance from 2 barristers of at least 7 years seniority, who meet with you weekly, review your work, and teach you practical skills. But the support you will receive is not limited to those 2 barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is the professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees, including a new barristers committee, which organises social and educational functions for barristers in their first 5 years of practice, like me, and a diversity and equality committee, which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association, to attract the best people to become barristers regardless of their race, religion, gender, parental status, or sexuality. Whether as a lawyer or barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or Bar Association and to use your skills to assist your community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. Once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession and I congratulate you on your admission today as a lawyer of this honourable court. May it please the court.
Ms. Borowski, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Taylor Sporowski, and not so long ago, I stood where you are standing today. And what a day it is. You are here being admitted to the Supreme Court role as the final step of a very long and arduous journey. You should all feel immensely proud of what you have achieved thus far. When I embarked on my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect. It has not always been easy, and often it is overwhelming. But as I stand here today, nearly 2 years after working as a litigation lawyer, I can tell you that I have already learned a thing or two. But one of the most important things I have learned is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession, as we've heard, is an increasingly large and diverse community, and one to which you now belong. The Law Society of New South Wales is the home of that community, with 30,000 members flung far and wide across the state. We are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, our desire to connect, and our drive to give back to our communities and uphold the rule of law. As an early career lawyer, belonging to a strong network of peers is crucial. That is why I've been a part of the Law Society's New South Wales Young Lawyers branch for about 3 years, as I joined when I was a law graduate. Here I have found friendship, inspiration, guidance and support when I needed it most, as well as opportunities to advocate and join committees. By joining the Law Society and New South Wales Young Lawyers, you will gain access to professional support, conferences and events, a wide range of publications, professional development opportunities, mentoring, volunteer opportunities, and so much more. It is the role of the Law Society to ensure that you, as a newly minted solicitor, can thrive and succeed in your new profession. So, again, congratulations to you all. Remember that it is your profession to better and to shape, and I wish you all the best in that pursuit. May it please the court.
Well, can I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession, stimulating, challenging, and satisfying, and it's populated by intelligent, committed, and dynamic people such as yourselves. You should be proud to be a lawyer, of your achievements to date, and of the profession you have just joined. It is a very important profession that underpins stability and cohesion in our community. You are now a very important part of that very important profession. So work hard, take pride in your work, look out for your colleagues, contribute to your community, and don't take yourself too seriously. We up here on the bench wish you all the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead and a full and rewarding career. On behalf of Justice Stern, Justice Walton, Justice Pike, and indeed all of our colleagues on the Supreme Court, I once again congratulate you on your admission and welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.